There are a number of steps in listing a property for sale or for rental. I'm going to take you through those a step at a time. The first one, and perhaps one of the most important, is to make sure you price the property correctly, both in agreement with the owner or the landlord, but also within the market context and the comparison with other properties. One of the best ways of doing that is to produce a price comparison report. Most of the websites will do this. I'm going to show you the one on Rightmove. Now, down the bottom left-hand side of the Rightmove main home page is a little button that says Sign in to Rightmove Plus. This is the administration section exclusively for estate agents. You need to be a bona fide and subscribed estate agent in order to access this. As an advisor with GR Phelps, we can give you the access you need to log in and run the report that I'm going to show you. You simply type in your username and password, which we'll provide for you. Once you've logged in, you'll be given a choice of two branches, Harpenden or St Albans. If you click on the Harpenden branch, it's gone through automatically on this one, that's our UK operation. Then go on to Reports and click on Best Price Guide. You can see there, Best Price Guide is the 5th report down in the Rightmove Plus section of Rightmove. You then type in a postcode. You select whether you're looking to sell or let a property, and you start your search. My computer's being a bit slow today, but bear with me. Now, I can then select whether I'm going for this postcode only or a further distance around. Obviously, the larger the distance, the more properties you'll have. I select either a house or a flat or both. Now, this is the advantage that we have over people who do not have access to the estate agency side of things, is we can actually go and see the archive. So if we now type in, for example, 05, this will bring me a list of all the properties that have been sold in that postcode area in the last 7 years, which can be very interesting because we can then see any property price trends. We can see how long the property was marketed for. We can see which agents managed it, and so on. Okay. Now it just so happens this only brings up 2 of those. So let's go back and change the criteria slightly. Okay. Obviously not many properties sold in that area. So now I'm just going to change that to, let's go back a little bit further. This might bring up a few more properties. Find properties. And there are more criteria, of course, as well in terms of bedrooms and price that we can specify. Some areas will bring out a great many properties. This has now got me 10 properties, which is fine. I may even also be able to go in and see the original description and pictures of a property, and in some cases find what the owner may have paid for the property when they first bought it. Particularly important to see how long a property took to sell and how many changes of price it went through. Now these awaiting images is just where the estate agent has taken the pictures off. But now I'm just going to select a couple of the properties here and put those up there and build my report by clicking on this button on the bottom right hand side. This then produces a report which I can then further customize. It gives me an opportunity to type in the customer's name, okay, obviously their address. I'm just doing some shorthand here. Any comments or information or advice go on there. It puts a map together for me. It lists the properties, does some graphs. It then allows me to preview the report before allowing me one last click in order to produce a very nicely formatted report. Just here, print or save as PDF. I can then print this out and take it along to my valuation appointment or discuss it with my customer if they're buying. It's exactly the same process, by the way, for rental property. You can go in and see the previous descriptions of properties for rent in an area, the previous letting price, as well as the current letting price. This will allow the agent, yourself, to advise the customer as to the best possible price to start initial listing and maybe the price they may need to be looking at in the future. So just going to wait for that to come round. Other websites also have other services on as well. Zoopla, for example, has a service where it accesses the land registry data for house price sales prices. Find a Property also has facilities where you can search and find previous property prices as well. The estate agent side of Rightmove, though, is perhaps the easiest and quickest to use. This is now the finished report that comes out that you will give to the homeowner or the landlord looking for a tenant. It's exactly what most estate agents will use, and it will be unerringly accurate even if you've never visited the property itself.